Have you ever spent half an hour styling your hair only to see it fall flat within minutes? It's one of the most frustrating parts of having fine or thinning hair. You do everything right, yet it still looks limp and lifeless. But the truth is, a few small mistakes might be stealing all your volume. Today we'll fix that together, and trust me, you are going to want to stay until the end because the last mistake surprises almost everyone. One of the biggest culprits behind flat, lifeless hair is washing too often, or washing too thoroughly. It sounds harmless, even hygienic, but for fine or thinning hair, frequent shampooing strips away the natural oils that give hair its soft grip and body. Without that gentle coating, each strand becomes slippery, limp, and impossible to style. Many women over 50 fall into this habit because they feel their hair gets greasy faster. In reality, the scalp often overproduces oil to compensate for constant washing. It's a vicious cycle. The more you wash, the flatter and oilier your hair becomes. So what's the fix? Try spacing out your washes. Aim for every 2 to 3 days and use a volumizing or lightweight shampoo designed specifically for fine hair. These formulas cleanse gently without removing too much of the natural texture that gives hair life. On non-wash days, refresh your roots with a light, dry shampoo to absorb excess oil and add lift. When you do wash, focus shampoo only on the scalp, not the ends. Massaging the roots boosts circulation, helping your hair look fuller over time. And always finish with a gentle conditioner, only on the mid-lengths and ends, never near the roots, to avoid weighing them down. You'll be amazed at the difference this simple change can make. Within a week or two, your hair begins to hold volume longer, looks thicker, and feels softer to the touch. So if your hair has been looking lifeless, the problem might not be your styling. It could be your washing routine. And speaking of routines, there's another sneaky mistake that can quietly destroy your volume even if you're washing correctly. And it's sitting right on your bathroom shelf. The second mistake is using styling products that are far too heavy for fine or thinning hair. It's one of those silent saboteurs. You think you're protecting your strands or adding shine, but in reality, the products are coating each hair in a layer of weight that flattens it completely. The most common offenders? Thick creams, silicone-rich serums, and oils that promise sleek and smooth results. Those are wonderful for coarse or frizzy hair, but for fine hair, they're a recipe for collapse. Even volumizing mousses can be too sticky or dense if applied incorrectly. What your hair truly needs are light, root-focused, water-based products, sprays, foams, or lotions that add structure without residue. Look for words like weightless volume, root lift, or bodyfying. These give the illusion of thickness by adding space between strands instead of coating them. The key is how you apply them. Always start with damp, towel-dried hair, not soaking wet, and distribute the product evenly from roots to ends. If you only focus on the top, the rest of your hair can fall flat. Comb it through with your fingers or a wide-tooth comb to ensure every strand gets a light touch. And remember, less is more. Fine hair responds beautifully to a small amount when it's placed correctly. Too much, and even the best product will turn heavy. By switching to lighter formulas and applying them the right way, your hair will instantly feel fresher, bouncier, and more touchable. The kind of natural movement that makes it look healthy and full, not stiff or greasy. Now, if you're finding this video helpful so far, I'd really appreciate it if you'd hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It helps us reach more women like yourself who are also trying to bring life back to their fine or thinning hair. And stay with me, because the next mistake is the one that stylists say flattens hair faster than anything else. And it's totally fixable. This is one of the sneakiest reasons your hair refuses to hold volume. Most women with fine hair either dry their hair upside down too aggressively or, on the opposite end, smooth it straight down with the dryer pointed directly at the scalp. Both approaches flatten your natural lift before you even reach for a brush. Fine hair needs gentle structure, not heat pressed into the roots. When you blow dry straight down, the airflow seals your cuticle flat against your head, and all the body you work so hard for disappears. Here's the secret. Direction and movement matter more than power. Start with damp hair and apply your volumizing product first. Then flip sections over the opposite direction of where they'll eventually fall. For example, if you part your hair on the right, dry it toward the left while gently lifting from underneath. This creates what stylists call over-direction, a technique that builds natural root lift without teasing or damage. Keep the blow dryer moving constantly. Never let it sit in one spot, and always point the nozzle down the hair shaft instead of straight at the scalp. This not only protects your hair from heat, but also keeps the surface smooth and shiny while adding bounce. If you use a round brush, hold each section slightly upward, not downward, and allow it to cool before releasing. That cooling step locks in the volume so it lasts longer throughout the day. With just a few changes in your drying technique, you can turn flat, limp hair into soft, lifted, salon-style fullness, without adding any extra products or tools. And if you thought the blow dry was tricky, wait until you hear about the next mistake. It's something almost everyone skips, yet it completely changes how youthful and voluminous your hair looks. One of the easiest ways to spot flat hair is when it hangs completely straight from root to end. For fine or thinning hair, that poker straight look can exaggerate every gap, making the hair appear even thinner and lifeless. Here's the truth. Volume lives in movement. When your hair has a slight bend, wave, or curve, light reflects differently, giving the illusion of thickness and bounce. Without that shape, even the healthiest hair can look tired and flat. Many women skip this step because they're afraid of damaging their hair with heat tools. But you don't need a curling iron to create shape. You can achieve a beautiful, natural bend with a round brush during your blow dry, or even with large rollers while the hair is still warm. The trick is to focus on the mid-lengths, not just the ends. A gentle curve starting halfway down the strand gives your hair that soft, lifted appearance, while keeping the ends polished and youthful looking. Straight ends tend to make hair look older and heavier, while a light curve gives it life and movement. If you're short on time, try loosely twisting your hair into a bun for 10 minutes while it cools. When you let it down, you'll have a subtle bend that looks effortless. No heat required. By giving your hair even a touch of shape, you instantly create visual fullness, as if you suddenly have twice as much hair. It's one of the simplest yet most transformative techniques for women with fine hair. And if you're already adding shape, but still find your roots collapsing within hours, don't worry. The last mistake is all about fixing that. It's the foundation for keeping your volume alive all day long. Even if you use the right shampoo, the right products, and style with care, your hair will still fall flat if you ignore one crucial element: your roots. Root direction is the foundation of every voluminous style. Without it, all your hard work simply collapses within hours. Most women with fine hair brush or dry their hair straight down, unknowingly pressing their roots against the scalp. It feels tidy, but it kills lift. The secret is learning to train your roots to stand slightly away from the head. This doesn't mean teasing or over-styling. It's about smart, gentle movement. After you've blow-dried your hair, take small sections near the crown and lightly lift them with your fingers or a wide-tooth comb while they're still warm. Hold for a few seconds, then let them cool before releasing. This simple pause sets the lift naturally. No hairspray needed. Another easy trick is to switch your part line every few days. Hair tends to learn its direction, and alternating your part keeps roots flexible, preventing that dreaded flat patch from forming. You can also refresh root lift throughout the week by applying a small amount of dry shampoo or texturizing spray underneath layers instead of on top. It helps absorb oil while creating a soft cushion of support that keeps your style buoyant all day. This one change alone can make your hair look instantly thicker, giving your crown the airy, youthful fullness that so many women over 50 crave. It's the perfect finishing touch to everything you've learned today, because when your roots have life, your whole look transforms. Not just your hair, but your confidence too. Thanks for sticking with me through the entire video. If you found this helpful, give it a like. Subscribe for more tips to make you glow like the queen you truly are. And check out our other videos too.